All right. Thank you guys for agreeing to do an interview with Behind the Scenes.
No worries.
problem. Thanks for having us.
So keen. You're with Captain Gregor and Mother Junks.
Ahoy.
You guys toured a shit ton last year through the UK.
Not just the UK though.
And
All
Australia.
of Europe.
All of Europe, sorry.
Yeah.
And also around Australia with Kagan.
Yeah, we did.
So tell us a bit about that.
Well, it was an amazing year,
It was
right?
the best year of my life
Yeah.
by far.
But the thing about that year is it actually began as an idea 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
That we would all release the second album and then quit our jobs and move to Budapest. And it was
Yeah.
always Budapest as well. We always said Budapest. So now to be back and being on the road again, basically post that, it's like, I just can't fault it. We did what we said we would do. We quit our jobs, we moved to Budapest, we played over 100 shows all over Europe, all over Australia. It didn't work, just lived off the band and fuck me.
It was a dream come true though. It was something that you could just think about and it happened.
The thing
We
is,
played so many awesome shows.
So many
But we
people-
didn't spend a cent really. Like we did, but at the same time it was like,
cost you more to backpack
yeah,
than
definitely.
what we did.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just such a hard question to answer because I think back last year and it's just an explosion of things that happened.
Yeah.
So many things, basically. Like so many people, so many cities,
105 shows.
so many ridiculous sleeping places.
Yep.
Yeah.
Many times sleeping in an 8-seater van with 9 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just fucked. But it was great. Like, wouldn't change for anything.
It was DIY punk
Yeah.
fucking trip
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the pirate version.
You just get so drunk that you pass out in the van.
Like
and
Greg
then
and I,
you wake up.
remember there was this time where we were like, there's like a human here, and Greg and I are sleeping like this.
Of course, this is radio, so you can't see, but
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
just for the
it's
interview.
very,
like-
very tight.
Yeah.
For people that can't hear this, it's like at your feet, kind of curled up with
But
someone
there
at
was
your
a
feet.
there was a human there.
A human at your feet.
Yeah.
So you guys endeavour to make every single show very different. Tell us what people can expect from one of your shows.
Just parties.
Party as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you say we endeavour to make it different, it's like we don't try to make it different. What we do is try to have no expectations about
Yep,
what it will be
yep.
like. It's like it's not like we're like, oh, we did that, so we should do this. Just every night, you just go in blank kind of and just do what happens.
Yep.
Basically, like roll with the audience.
Yep.
Like it's easy. You feed off the crowd, and I think the crowd feeds off us.
The biggest thing about our band, I think, is crowd interaction. So, and it's not like let's go out there, let's force ourselves to go out there and talk. We fucking love going out there and hanging out with the fans. We're front row stage for every
band, yeah.
support band we play for, and I'm in the crowd every time I go out. Like it's big crowd. It's not just about us on stage. It's not Lagerstein playing to Evelyn. It's
Yeah.
a Lagerstein party at the Evelyn. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's us trying to involve every fucking person in the crowd, getting from the front of the stage to the very back. That whoever's working at the bar, we want everyone involved in this
Yep.
thing, and it's like it's not just about us and the music. It's just a whole community thing, and that's what we love about the music scene in Australia. It's growing. Melbourne is so good for it.
And then as a punter, right, if you're coming
Yeah.
along to the gig, I think what you're going to experience is just awesome community. Like anyone here, you're just going to have a beer with, have a chat with. Everyone is, because it's a bit silly being pirates, right? Like we get that.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like everyone comes along and it's like for a night, you're just a pirate and anyone here is also doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
So the one thing you're going to expect is just fun.
Yeah.
You're going to have fun.
Yeah.
How was Ballarat?
Ballarat
Warrnambool
was
actually
the
was
night
last
before.
night.
Yeah, Warrnambool was last
Oh, yeah,
night.
yeah.
Warrnambool is always a good time. Warrnambool's a fucking party.
Yeah.
Real tight stage, but real fun party.
The cool thing though is the loft. That's where we played. They actually have extended the stage.
Yeah.
It was better than that. Was maybe our third show there.
Yeah.
It's way better.
And Ballarat was awesome as well. Ballarat was a Wednesday night. It was cold. It was raining. It was shit
Yeah.
house.
This man was here drunk as shit.
Yeah, we still had
having a good time.
about 40 payers, and it was still a fucking party. So we loved it.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter how many people are in the room. Everyone is dancing. It's like last night in Warrnambool wasn't the most packed venue. It's fucking pouring rain and it's a weeknight. But everyone who was in the room was packed like sardines into the front of the stage. And just an empty room at the back. It's not like you got like year is pretty good or something.
Yeah.
Everyone is going crazy. Like there's 1,000 people in
But
that.
that's what we want. We want that energy right up front, and we push that.
And we didn't have to
telling
ask
people-
them to go
No.
there or anything. They just were there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So another thing is you guys are a 7-piece band. Like that's a lot to organise.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about your rehearsals. Do you guys have set time every week where you meet up and rehearse, or is it more spread out?
It's a bit all over the shop, especially now
At the
we've
moment,
we've just recruited 2 new members.
Both interstate.
In the process of it, we have a new bass player who's from Adelaide,
Yep.
and our
Drummer
drummer
is
for this
from
tour
Sydney.
is from Sydney.
Yep.
So it's pretty hard to organise everyone, and even when it's just maybe just the 5 of us, it's still hard. We're all over the shop. So the boys, it's a Brisbane-based band. Me personally, I'm from an hour south. Joel's from an hour north, and a half north.
Well, west, actually,
in Toowoomba, and so it's always really hard to get us all together. And it was a good thing that last year we played so much that we got so tight. We didn't need to practice last year because we were just playing
We've
all the
been hanging
time.
out for years. It's
Yeah.
like the practice situation is just evolved over the life of the band. We've done times where it was 2 times a week, Wednesday night, Sunday night, we're getting together and
Yeah.
jamming.
Yep.
Right now, like since all coming back from Budapest, we have kind of dispersed back into our hometowns.
Yep.
While we're kind of, I don't know, getting ready for the next phase, basically.
Yep.
And like this year is way more of a distance thing.
Yep.
But I wouldn't say that's typical of what Lagerstein historically has been like. We have been a band that's been all about jams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played a
Yeah,
lot.
definitely not to
played
say
a
that we
lot
don't
together.
need jams or don't appreciate
Or
them.
haven't
That
been
they're
into
so
them.
appreciative.
Just that this phase, like the last 6 months, it's
Yeah.
been a very distance thing.
Yep.
It's different now, yeah.
So, given that you guys have been together for quite a while, have you guys had any challenges as a band, and if so, how have you overcome them?
Being in a band is one of the most challenging things you can do.
Yeah.
Like it just involves endless sacrifice to the rest of your life to legitimately try and make it as a heavy metal act on the world stage.
In
Like,
Australia as well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In Australia, you give up everything to keep going on the road.
There's
You give
been
up
so
your
many
jobs,
times where I've
your
just been like,
friends,
fuck
yeah.
this, I'm out.
Is
Like,
this the right thing?
No.
Yeah, and you just have these dark moments.
Yeah.
But the challenge, it's overcome by the fact that you get up back on stage and you see the people come out and you're like, we're having a real impact on people's lives, and this thing is going amazing. For me, I just keep focusing and thinking it's a long road and it's walked a step at a time,
Definitely.
and not to let the down moments be a reason, say, to ever throw in the towel or something like that. Just take the hard times for what they are.
It's a business, so every business has ups and downs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you go through the same thing, losing members, gaining members, or just different things. You have a car breakdown, or
Yeah.
anything that happens on the road is
Everything
a step
fucking
back.
goes. We're a solutions-based bunch of people. We just say, all right, that's happened. So what are we gonna do?
Yep.
And I think that's the story of Lagerstein almost. It's
Yeah.
like, well, what's next? If because of this, let's just do that. We don't get upset.
And that's the best notion, that's the best thing about Lagerstein is
Because I mean, we're all these are
Positive.
our best friends in the world. We're not having a go at each other. We're all in this together.
yeah.
Yep. So, where do you guys see the future for Lagerstein?
We're taking over the world, basically. I want to play in every country,
Awesome.
party with people all over the world.
You're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah. Well, for a sort of small band of our nature, we have played a lot of places.
I think 19 countries now.
Yeah.
yep. Pretty
And it's
awesome.
really good. We just want to keep pushing it and keep pushing party all over the world. And it's not even necessarily about getting our name or brand out, but it's the idea of everyone's having a good time.
And
It's
living
like,
an amazing life. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We're pirates, and a pirate is about living the life you want and that seems right for you and going on an adventure.
Absolutely.
And I think we really are a crew of pirates like that. We're not like pirates from the 18th century. We're for the 21st
we're
century
party pirates.
now.
You be yourself. You do yourself. Don't give a fuck.
That's what a
anyone
pirate.
says.
Yeah.
That's what a pirate is about. It's not the
Exactly.
yo ho. It's the following. It's following what your heart tells you to do with your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do in your downtime, your spare time?
All of us work pretty much.
Party.
Yeah, we definitely.
But we do a bunch of things, like, it's like, say, like, I'm a teacher, like, I teach piano and violin.
Awesome.
Greg works at fucking kick-ass dive bar.
Yeah, I want to open a pirate bar in future. So that's my main goal. Is I want to open it. Besides in Lagerstein, obviously I want to open a pirate bar. And
But I'd say, like, all of us are, it's like, we just work on our lives and try
Yeah.
to make a great life. And,
Yeah.
and whether it's doing work, whether it's doing our hobbies, hanging out with friends, doing Lagerstein,
Yeah.
everything plays into just trying to make an impact on the world. Yeah.
So you guys have been voyaging around on the East Coast Brewery Tour, and you've been asking fans to give suggestions about breweries and stuff like that to go visit. Can you give us some suggestions over breweries that we should be going to visit now you guys have been around for a bit?
Thunder Road.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Well, he just went there today, and it's amazing. With
It's Sammy, right?
Sammy, yeah, Sammy
Yeah,
from Thunder
what
Road.
a dude.
He's coming to the Everyone tonight, so
Yeah, party animal.
yeah.
But, you know, every brewery we've visited, that's the sixth one, and the quality of the beers, none of them is shit. Like,
Yep.
the quality of the beers they're making is amazing. And they all have just a unique vibe, right? An experience
Yep.
that I couldn't fault a single place. You know, each one's in a different city. If you're in that city, go there.
Yep.
But, you know, my suggestion for breweries is go check them out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Not this brewery. Go check out all the
All
breweries.
microbreweries are cool.
They really are.
It has such a cool vibe. You go there and you have a beer, and you can be in the presence of beer making while you're drinking
And the
that
guy
beer.
who made your beers, the guy pouring your beer
Yeah.
often.
And he's
Yeah.
so passionate. Most of them are so passionate about it. Like
They
all these
they
brewers are
bleed
just like,
beer.
Yeah.
this is why our beer's the best. Like,
So what inspired the brewery tour?
It's a couple of things. It's like we are at the end of our kind of album cycle for album 2.
Yep.
So we were really kind of brainstorming. It's like we want to go on the road, we want to do more shows, but we need a really cool reason to go away. And last year we traveled all over Europe, like we were saying, and especially in Germany, you meet every cunt, and he's like, the beer from my town is the best beer in the world. And then you go like 200 meters down the road, and the guy's like, not their beer, it's the beer from my town is the best.
Yeah, yep.
And it really got us thinking, it's like, everyone in Europe is so passionate about the beer, their local beers.
Yeah.
What would that be like in Australia? Like, what are the local beers? Who are the people making beer in Australia? And that was kind of where the idea came from. It's like, let's go see, we're going to all these cities, let's go see who's making beer in those cities.
And definitely, like, the breweries nowadays, especially I've noticed around Melbourne, it's just you go to a bar and if they don't have a microbrew, then it's what's the point?
yeah.
It has exploded, the scene. Like, and you know,
Especially in Melbourne, I think Melbourne has a really good scene for
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah.
And as Sammy was saying today, he's like, beers in Melbourne are a huge scene of their fundamental growth, as well as music, as well as food.
Yeah.
Like, it has such a good scene here, so we're so glad we come here and spend the day at Thunder Road.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll have to definitely check that out. So another question. Sorry. You guys have Lagerfest coming up later this year. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, Lagerfest is our little baby festival. This has been growing, so it's been 5 years now in the making.
this
And it's,
this is Lagerfest 5.
yeah, this is the second year that we've taken it to Melbourne and Sydney. Usually it's just in Brisbane based the first 3 years. And it went off last year where it really picked up to the sense that everyone came out and had a good time. And it's just a day about not necessarily metal, not necessarily about beers or pirates. It's about the music scene, having a good sort of mix of music, and having like a big day set up where we can, cook a pig on the spit, drink some beers with everyone, and listen to a whole range of different music.
Just have a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
It's meant to be like you can come along and there's something for you there. That it's not. There might be a death metal band there might be an indie rock band there. There's going to be any kind of band, and if you look across the years, the lineup is just changing constantly.
Yep.
Lagerstein is there.
There'll definitely be a pirate metal band there.
Yeah, there'll definitely be that fucking fire metal band from Australia will be there. But otherwise, we just want to put on. Lagerfest is just our day. It's meant to be. It's a day about what we are like as people.
Yeah.
Having fun. We don't come from any one scene, Lagerstein.
No, it's
We're
a
from
big
everywhere.
mix of scenes out in Lagerstein.
And like it's about just welcoming people. Anyone come along, have the best day. There's going to be kick-ass live bands that make you dance.
Yep.
There's going to be great food. There's going to be beers. There's going to be party games.
Pretty much a day of what we would love.
Exactly.
doing.
It's like
So it's
it's our perfect day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like your version of Australia Day.
Yeah,
I think
You have
so.
exactly.
celebrations,
With
yeah.
with good live music,
Yeah.
and then all the rest to come.
So live music, so the Hollish 100, games,
Yeah.
drinking. Do you have drinking games?
We do have
Yeah, we
drinking
games.
games.
Yeah. My favorite last year was we had them all hold not like this, but like a leader sign with a handle, and like whoever could hold their arm out the longest.
Full leads, full
And,
bit,
oh
full
man,
beer.
it's
Yeah.
a tough game.
Yeah.
Greg won actually. Yeah. Secret.
I went to one and we had to drink through a meter long straw.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is a good idea. Was that hard?
I won. I did like 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Hey,
I got a lot of dates
No
after
big
that.
deal. And I actually won.
Yeah, just won a whole heap of free stuff. It was good. And I got a free drink. You guys are bringing out a new album soon, or working on an album?
Yes, the new album will be coming 2019. But actually, we have a bit under our belt. Like Lagerstein, we always have something happening, and we're working on an EP coming out with some covers and some songs. Just a short little thing to keep our fans tied over. And I mean, we have so many songs written. We've been in a very creative period, but we've been touring our asses off.
Yes.
So we're gonna release some music. Next year we're gonna release more music. We're gonna release this documentary. The Lagerstein is just revving up. Like we're gonna do more and more great stuff.
We really, like our goal is to go over to Europe and record over in Europe next year. Oh, wherever we record, but next year we want to go back to Europe.
We will be back there.
And to the UK, Europe, because the festivals. There's nothing better than a European festival.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fucking.
Lagerstein is born for European festivals.
Yeah.
We are the guys who get there before anyone and put our tents up.
Yeah.
And then start fires where you're not meant to have fires. And
Yeah.
the whole fucking crowd comes to us.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
we're a silly bunch of cunts.
But yeah, so
We have way too much fun.
album 3 definitely coming out next year.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be the best album yet. Like, we have been doing this for years now, and we just get a clearer vision of like what it is we want to create.
We want to create what people want to hear as well.
I want to make music. Like, the music is about people having fun, people laughing, people dancing, and then a sick kind of heavy metal inspiration, but from anywhere.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We could do anything
Yeah.
as long as this party is fun. Yeah.
Who does most of the songwriting?
Well, the Majestic Beast, our guitarist, is definitely a riff master, and I work a lot with him on the songs and developing them, especially the keyboard parts. And yeah, even this round, I'm working a lot more on the guitars. And then the lyrics is a really big group session. Captain's got some killer lines that he writes. But I would say the thing about Lagerstein, which is actually atypical, is that it's a massive collaboration.
Yep.
It really is. There's no one. People have their strengths and they bring certain things, but the end product, everyone has peeled over it and given their thing. Like, say, Jacob, our keyboardist, he doesn't start many songs, but every part he plays, he's sat there and crafted it to perfection.
Nice.
Like,
It's just such a good mix of genres. Jacob's like really into his hair metal sort of thing.
Yeah.
Jumps is a lot into his black metal. You got Beast who's into older stuff, but then at the same stuff, he has a huge range of music. Beast. Neil, you got hardcore. I was into jazz. Like I did a whole different sketch there. It's like we're bringing all this together, and it's a big, like John said, it's collaboration.
the thing is with Lagerstein, is
Sounds.
no one person could make what we make. It couldn't just be like that guy does it, and then the rest of us just play it.
It's definitely unique. Like,
Yeah.
It's a very unique, not just because it's pirate metal, but the whole sound and the lyrics, and it's a
And that's
really
the thing about us, it's just like, we get that it's pirate metal and that could be, say, seen as a gimmick, but we're not a gimmick band. We are us.
We're the most serious, unserious band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we do is we just make the music that comes from our heart, and we want to make people happy. And that happens to be about pirates.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that whole, like, the fact that there's this scene happening, or because the pirate metal scene, I think what's different about us to them is that they're very, say, kind of like cosplay oriented or something,
Yeah,
or going
yeah.
like harking back to the age of pirates or fantasy
yeah.
pirates or something. We are about the 21st century and right now,
Yeah.
right now, and
Beer
partying.
bong shoeies
And that being
Yeah.
a pirate, right? It's
And just
fucking
having fun and
pirate.
living life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pirates are bloody cool. So, like,
following your dream is cool.
Yeah,
and that's what a
definitely.
pirate does.
yeah, definitely.
I think, and you know, that's what, if I wanted anyone to take anything from our music and what we do, it's to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And not be scared. There's haters everywhere, and follow your dream, because, you know, you work hard enough, you can do something as dumb as fucking playing in a pirate band around the world.
Yeah.
Like, on paper, that's the stupidest idea I ever heard. But
Yeah.
my God, is it a lot of fun.
Definitely. Definitely. One last question, because I've held you guys up for ages and I appreciate it. What's one thing that you guys take with you on tour? Because you tour a fair bit.
Booze.
Booze?
Definitely
I can't
booze.
leave with home.
And each other.
And each other.
You know, in terms of material possessions, I am just getting less and less, like taking less and less.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have just a little backpack and my instruments.
Nice.
Like the less stuff I have, I just forget things. Like
I take my book, my iPad,
Yeah,
all this.
I have a
forget
whole
all of it.
comic right
don't,
now.
Don't read any of it because you're having such a fun time in the van. Like we're doing 12-hour trips in the van with.
and we just spend the whole time talking.
You got 9
to each other.
seats and there's 8 people in the van, and
Yeah.
we're still having a great time. You don't need anything. You just need.
The thing is, I found this like, say, over the years of touring, it's like it's always been like, man, I pack so much shit. I don't use any of this. I just hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
So it's like as I'm getting more like mature about and used to touring, it's like don't nothing. Take nothing. Literally, if you can't carry it on your back, Joel, it's too much.
Yeah.
I want like backpack, violin, guitar,
Yeah.
catch it. Yeah.
Yeah. I gave my partner before he went on American tour a Kindle.
Yeah.
Didn't use it. I should have just brought him a heap of socks and undies. Like,
Yeah.
But we
all.
have our private
Mostly
time. Like,
socks.
we read and stuff, but it's like there's nothing that I need to take with me. I need to take my body, my friends, and my instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get so distracted when you're on stage, when you're in the van, and there's so much happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're always having a good time, either getting into one conversation or a band that you
Yeah.
listen to, or anything. We're stoned off our tits, and we're just sitting there just having a good time.
I don't know. We're just so stupid. Like
Yeah,
we're
we're-
the silliest,
we're the
cunty
dumbest
people. Yeah,
cunts you'll ever
like
meet.
we get a lot
Damn,
of shit
sorry.
done, but man, we are a fucking weird bunch of people. Like the other night, we're like, let's just pull headrests off the chairs so we can just talk more.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
We just-
I can't get enough.
We
of
just do
each
dumb
other.
shit, doing beer bongs inside the van while it's
Or
going.
just real stupid party rules. We love our random rules.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if a sign comes, you
Well,
gotta
yeah,
drink.
we were playing a drinking game. We had a flight, a drive to from, where was it? From Sydney to
Yeah, Sydney to Ballarat.
Ballarat, and it was a big drive for us. And the drinking game we were playing was, so we had a bowl of fat lamb, and you'd set a whole heap of alarms. Everyone would
Yep.
set alarms on their phone, numerous alarms. You had a bowl of fat lamb, you pass it
You got
around.
5 alarms before midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
And
yeah.
you'd pass that bowl of fat lamb around, and every sign you go to, you had to pass it on. And if you were caught without the bottle of fat lamb, you had to do a shot or do a swig of rum or something like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That people, we were just ridiculous.
It was a silly
It was good.
Tuesday.
So at the end of the day, we just need ourselves and
Yeah.
booze.
Our,
Yeah.
Ourselves and our instruments.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
And booze helps. Like,
Booze helps, but the
Yeah.
booze comes, but the music. What we do is we make music. We make
Yeah.
people dance.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
what we do.
it shows because, like, watching your videos, that's one thing I've really loved being following on Facebook is after you've visited a town, you have a videographer put up a video of that town,
Yeah.
and they look amazing.
Yeah.
Like-
He's done a really good job with this man up there.
Yeah.
himself.
Like
John, no.
you can just see it capture the crowd, it captures the mood,
Yeah.
the fun that's happening on the in the car on the way.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty awesome.
It's been a great tour.
Lovely. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much,
I'll
Joe.
let you get back to what you need to do.
Good chat.